Okay, welcome back. So last week we talked about how to create, how to install the software and how to create an environment, Conda environment, and I just also show you how to install some packages. So did you give a try? Create the Conda environment? Yes. Okay. And so for today, I'm gonna show you how to source the packages and how to install the packages using different ways. Like I said, there are different ways you can install packages, and there are some recommended way, and there are also some alternative. Alternative if the recommended way doesn't work. So um, after you taken this course, you should be very familiar. So next time, if you need something, you know where to get something. You know where to find them. You know how to install them. Okay, kind of like this course. You can think about I'm teaching you how to develop an app and publish on App Store. Okay, so you need to figure out how to install the apps, like how to test it. After you publish, for example, before you release to the public, how to actually install the app on iOS or maybe Android. I'm also trying to teach you how to publish an app on Android, and then how do you test the installation without an Android phone. Make sense? So works across platform. Of course, it's not about apps, it's more like Python packages. But you're going to create something that works across platform and with some functionality that you want to add. So, and today I'm going to show you like different ways to install, where to find them, and how to install. If something goes wrong, how do we fix it? If you go to the course website, so again, resources. So I put the links in here. Last time I briefly introduced the PyPI. That's the official one, and there's also an alternative. So I'm going to show you both of those and to let you know the differences. So the first one here, most of the packages, this is the largest repository. So it's called pypi.org. As people call it PyPI or PyPI, whichever way you prefer. And this is the pretty much all the Python packages you can find somewhere from here. Eventually, for this course, you're going to publish at least one package in here. And like I said, you need to find a name. So right now, in a week or two, you need to think about the name, what you want to choose. So try to find the name that's not already been taken, okay? And then you can source the whatever name in here. In terms of Python packages, some of the most popular one, for example, probably, NumPy or NumPy. This is probably the most popular one, and a lot of packages built on top of this one. So it's for doing numerical or scientific computing. So NumPy, you will see in here, right? NumPy 1.26.3, and this is pretty much all documentation. So similarly, you want to have something like this. On the left side here, you're going to see GitHub statistics. If you click the link, it will take you to the GitHub repository. So this is where it holds all the source code of the repository and all the Python packages. Right now, just quickly show you like what exactly is a Python package is, what is in there, right? So if you come to this website, and on the left side on the menu here, you can see the release history. So when was that version released, right? You can show the entire release history. Also on the left side, this one, download files. And this is where actually you find the kind of the compilation. Similar to when you're trying to install a program on a computer, you need to go online to find download the exe, right? And then similar to what we did in the last lecture, we download the Visual Studio Code, Mini Conda, kind of similar. But in Python, there are two kind of distribution. The first one here, this is one called dar.gz. It's basically a zip file. So this is called tar file, tar file. It's basically think about it's the zip file, and then within there are a lot of source code. There is also the WHL. This one is called a wheel. A wheel basically is already kind of like compile, and this one is similar to exe. Okay, kind of like Python Windows program exe. And for you guys, you're going to basically, when you read this, you can have two versions. The tar file, the source code. If you want, you can download it and you can take a look at see what's inside, right? So I can download this tar file and you can open it directly. So open the file. Oops, too fast. So let me open again. Just to show you what's inside. So your package need to basically have something in there. So when user install, it's going to install some of those files. So you can open using the File Explorer, or you can open using the WinIR and double click inside. So in there is pretty much a bunch of directories and some of the files. So for NumPy, I mean for Python packages, usually you want either find the setup.py or the pyproject.toml. So these are the two ways to specify what's in there. And also usually there will be a requirements.txt. I'm not sure if this one has, but if you want, you can open it, right? So this is a Python .py. You can open this one here. You can open using any notepad or text editor. My computer is a bit slow. But when we get to create a package, you will see the structure. So right now I'm showing you like what exactly is a Python package. So it's a folder with different files, and usually within the root directory there will be a setup.py or the pyproject.toml. And this will indicating this is a Python package. So when you're trying to do the installation, it's going to find those two files. If your program doesn't have these two, it's not a package. Make sense? We get into more details later. It's frozen my computer. So this is one way that you can source the packages. And just like I mentioned earlier, for example, last time, you can source leaf map, right? So this is a package that I created. So if you click, you have something similar, right? I can have some buttons or bases here. I can have images. I can have text. You can have hyperlinks. You can have all kinds of stuff in there. So it's kind of like a website. And this is created using Markdown. So I'm going to show you how to use Markdown later in this course. And similarly, you can go to the GitHub repository. You can see the source code. And if you click the repository, you can see the source code hosting here. So your package is also going to have the source code hosted in here. By the way, so next time I'm going to talk about GitHub. So if you don't have an account, try to sign up one. It should take you less than 1 minute. You can sign up using Gmail, whatever you like. So go to github.com and then just sign up an account. We want to use it later, next in the next lecture. So try to sign up one before at the class next week. So this is how you source the packages. Again, you can do any name you like. The other one that's very common is pandas. So doing like tabular data, reading CSV, Excel file, something like that. NumPy and pandas pretty much is like building blocks for many Python packages. We not cover a whole lot, but you're welcome to explore. And these are the two very powerful, very popular. And in terms of geospatial, the one is called GeoPandas. So this one is dealing with vector data, and you can do some operation, geometric operation, creating vector data, manipulate, and basically doing geometries, kind of like manipulate shapefile, GeoJSONs or GeoPackage. And for raster, this one called raster.io or raster.io is for doing image analysis, image processing. This is also very popular one. We're going to use some of those throughout the semester, but we'll not spend a lot of time on each individual package. And as a developer, I think what you need to know is like, in general, know which packages provide kind of functionality. You don't need to know very detailed about how to use it. And there's an AskGPT. We give you like sample codes, and then you can just change it. So this one is called PyPI, and has over 51,000 packages. The other one is called Conda-forge. So again, the second link. And come here. So this one, I'm not sure how many. This one has 23,000. We notice, right? So this one is a much smaller. The number of packages are a whole lot smaller. The good thing about this is quality control. The first one, anyone can publish. you can have some garbage there. Nobody will complain anything.
Is that why we're public?
Yeah, you publish this one, but
not on Forge.
But you can also publish on this one.
Okay.
Until you get some functionality in there. But PyPI, as long as you have an account, you can publish anything. And this is not quality control. And this is why some people put on some like virus in there. If you remember, like it like infected some other packages. So be careful about this one. In general, the Conda-forge is safe. It's quality control. People review before it can appear on the website. And but it's much smaller, it's quality control. And the other good thing about this is Conda-forge usually recommended because when you install packages, if your package is built on top of other people, it's going to figure out the dependency conflict. So you're going to figure out who can work with each other. PyPI doesn't do that. We install packages, even if they don't like each other, it will install anyway. So PyPI most likely it will break your environment if you messed up. So Conda-forge usually if this something doesn't work out, it will say, yeah, it's incompatible. It won't let you install. PyPI is easier, less quality control. And so for you should try to get your packages in there to publish. And for this course, it's not a requirement to publish one. In the previous classes that I taught, I make it as a requirement. So everyone trying to publish there because it's just like a template, not so much functionality. And so the maintainer got overloaded and they noticed that all the packages come from the same template. And they reached out to me saying that, could you please stop doing that? Because you're using the resources and then those packages are pretty much an empty shell. It doesn't really do anything. So they don't want to waste too much resources. So now I don't actually require you guys to publish. But I will show you the step by step how to do that. But just don't try to spam, because this is more like community resources and it's quality control, but you don't want to waste other people's time because your package doesn't really do things yet. But I will show you like how to do like search and then the whole workflow. When you are ready, you can go ahead and do that. So next, let's talk about how you source packages on here. If you go to the Conda-forge website and then click packages, and this is where you actually source packages. It's a bit different. So Conda-forge packages is called a field stock. I don't know why it comes out with the name, but this is basically is more like a recipe how to build the packages. And similar to what I showed you earlier, right? I can source NumPy, right? And there are a lot more NumPy packages in here. And also you have the one. You see this one, NumPy field stock. So if you click, you should be able to see kind of an interface similar to the PyPI, but this is where how do you install the packages? All the instructions are here, Conda-forge, and then NumPy, blah blah, something like this. I will show you how to install later, but you can also see what kind of operating systems it support, and also the files. And you can look at this, right? The release history, the size. Similarly, let me show you the other one. I can search my packages. For example, let's say Gmap, okay? Resource, I only have one, so you can click Gmap. So this one is for doing Google sensing. We might have 1 or 2 lectures covering this, but similarly, you can hear the documentation, how many downloads, for example, 200,000 downloads so far. And this is the instruction how to install it. If you remember last time, at the end, I showed you how to install the package, right? Conda install. Oh, they look slightly changed. So now it looks like this. It used to be like -C Conda-forge and then the name of the package. But now they changed to this way, like the Conda-forge and then ::. I've not used this yet. I think probably just changed recently. But either way, it should work, okay? And you can also download the file, the version, like what's the latest version, right? You can see all the release history. And each one, how many downloads so far. So what you want is that if you want to have something that's being widely used, you want to make available both on PyPI and also Conda-forge. And because most of people use Conda-forge, it's quality control, it's safe, but the downside, not all the packages are available on Conda-forge. Next thing. and kind of like it's like you're trying to get your app published in Apple iOS App Store. It's gonna review, it's gonna control. There might be some third-party things out there. It's what happened? Is your hard drive? Yeah. Anyway, so we are going to next. I'm going to show you how to install. Right. So again, go search the packages and make sure your name has not been taken either by PyPI or Conda-forge. In general, your name going to be the same. You want to have the same name in here, PyPI, and also in Conda-forge, but it doesn't have to be the same. It can be different name, but usually you want to be unique. Okay. Sometimes your package name has been taken, for example, by the someone in here, but it's not on Conda-forge in here yet. You can actually use. So maybe one thing I can show you is maybe this one, Geo AI, for example, Geo Artificial Intelligence. This package, the name has been taken by someone in 2018, and there's no update so far. So the name is good. I like the name, but it's been taken. You cannot. It's unique. So you cannot use the name. So this is what I think I've used the name Geo AI Pi. This is another one that I created. You can check the source code. If you go to Conda-forge in here, right? I'm not sure if it is being taken. So if I come here to search Geo AI, you see Geo AI Pi. So these are both mine. I publish. Original publish is Geo AI Pi, like the same one. But if the other name is not taken, I can have a name alias. So basically, I can take all the name. So when people like Conda install Geo AI, they will install my package. But if you see a PyPI, a pip install, you will install the other one. So, but the name is good. Now it's taken by me. Nobody can take away. Right. So it's up to you how you want to choose. But try to come up with a name that relevant to the things you want to work on. Okay, and so this is pretty much it. You can also search on GitHub. There are also packages hosted on GitHub, but it's not published to either of those. You can also install packages from GitHub. You can also download files to a local computer and then install it individually, manually. So I'm going to show you like these 4 different ways how to install a package. So after this lecture, you know how to install a package. You know, it doesn't matter where the package come from, you will be able to install it. And then once the package is installed into your environment, then you can import it. You can build on top of that functionality. Okay, questions? So next, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to show you like how you actually do that. I'm going to create a new Conda environment so that you know. Last time I did some issues. I figured it out. There are some bugs, but I'm going to start from scratch. You can follow me, and then if you have any issues, let me know. So I'm going to open mini Conda and my Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So I'm going to create a brand new Conda environment, and I'm going to show you how to install leaf map, for example. And there are multiple ways you can install because leaf map is available on PyPI, Conda-forge, on GitHub. You can also download the file directly to your computer. Okay. So here, right now is an empty environment. So what I can do is to create Conda create -n, and this time I can create a new environment called maybe test. Okay, testing whatever, and then Python. Okay. So by default will be 3.12. I'm just going to equal to 3.11. Okay. So I'm going to create a new virtual environment just for doing testing. And it might take a couple of seconds. So usually it should be pretty quick. And after that, we can try 3 ways to install the packages. Start from the recommended way, the most recommended way, and then the PyPI, and then the GitHub, and locally. So there'll be 4 ways you can install. Okay, and then just hit yes. It should be done. You will see here, it's not going to download all the packages again because last lecture is already downloading. So those packages are still on your computer in the temporary directory. So it's not going to download all the packages all at once. Make sense? So Conda create -n, the name, testing, Python 3.11, and then next Conda activate, test, Next. What? Yes. Or you need to open the Anaconda prompt. Don't open the terminal. So if you go to start menu, all apps, and then go to Anaconda. If you use Anaconda, it should be Anaconda and then Anaconda Prom or something. If you use Miniconda, then you'll be Miniconda, blah blah whatever. So open this one. Later after class, I can show you how you can add the program to so they can use with your terminal. Okay, open this one. It's work. Questions? Right. So now if you Conda activate, so first you can check like what package is in there. You can just type Conda list. Conda list is to show you the packages that have been installed within this environment. So right now there's not many, there's just a couple of those. So next, let me show you the recommended way, right? So for example, I'm going to install the package called leafmap. So I can come to the Conda-forge in here, and there's a usually if you already know the name, you can just install it. So this one here, leafmap, right? So I can click, and the Conda-forge page should show you how to install it. And this is probably the new way, right? Like I said, Conda-forge and then colon, but you can copy it and then paste it, see if it works. Okay. I'm here, but usually for me, because I've done this so many times, I will just Conda install. You can also use Mamba. So Mamba is like when you have very complicated packages that have a lot of dependencies, it's going to take a long time to resolve. Leave map because it's relatively simple, so it's work. And then Conda install. C means channel, so I'm going to install it from the Conda-forge channel, and then type the name of the packages. And again, if you need a specific version, you can double equal. Okay. Earlier when you create a Conda environment, Python is just one equal. But if you need to install a specific package version of a package, it's double equal. If you don't use the specify, you will just it's going to install the latest one. So this one is the recommended way. So if the package is available on Conda-forge, you want to install from Conda-forge because you don't need to recompile. Most of the things has already been basically tested and it's quality control. It's much better. The downside, you will see here, is a little bit slow because it's trying to check like who are already in the room. Can I work with that guy? If I'm not happy with that, I'm going to stop. People is just like, yeah, I'm going in, yeah, whatever. So it's not quality control. So this is safer. So I recommend try to install all the packages all from Conda-forge because it will be compatible. If it's not compatible, you will know. The downside, the more complicated is your package, the more dependencies is going to take a while. So if you want, you can Conda install Mamba and then use the Mamba to install. But my computer has some issues, so the Mamba doesn't work properly. But let's see how long does this one take. Is this too long? Then we can switch to Mamba. Is it working on your computer? Do you see the, is it done? Yeah. It's still spinning? PyPI? Yeah, if you want, you can install PyPI. It's too slow, so I don't have the patience. I'm gonna Control C. You should be able to type Control C. Let me see here, or maybe Control D. It's stuck. This is annoying. Okay, Control C. Just Control C to exit. Something is taking forever. This is the downside of using Conda. So you can install Mamba. Mamba basically is a replacement of Conda. It's so much faster, but sometimes it's a little bit buggy. But let's try this. So Conda install -C Conda-forge, and then Mamba MAMBA. This one should be faster because it's installing only a couple packages, and then after that we can use Mamba to install all kind of packages. So try to run this one, and then after you it finish spinning, you just hit enter, it's install. Is it working?
Yeah, it's downloading.
Still extracting? Oh, okay. Anyone see the? It might be just my computer because I'm recording the lectures, so it's using sometimes the resources. You might not be able to do that quickly. It is if they already finished spinning, let me know. No one? Okay. Yeah, if you want, yeah, it's recommended. But for this one, we are just point. Okay, okay, goodness. Okay, it's done. So just hit enter, and hopefully it will be so much better later on. Once we finish the installation. Usually it should not take very long. It's only the first time because it's like retrieving the index, package index. Okay, so it's done. Again, you can type CLS if you want to clear the output. So CLS. Okay. And so the next step will be to install the packages similar to what we did earlier. So now we can do Mamba and then install -c Conda-forge and then leave map. Okay. And you see, mine is not working. You see, there's a bug. You guys, your computer, hopefully, is it working? Yeah. So last time it took me like an hour to figure out what I couldn't resolve it, but I found an alternative. So for those of you who, when you hit enter, if it is running, you're good to go. Okay, you don't need to follow me. I'm just going to basically resolve it here. It's weird, but at least I found an alternative. Otherwise, I have to reinstall the operating system. It's going to be very time consuming. So I figured out a way how to do that. It's a bug of the Mamba. People reported it on GitHub, but it's not resolved yet. So as I mentioned, so all the packages, you don't need to follow me, okay? I'm just showing you how I resolved it. So under Miniconda env-s, it's under here, the test directory. So all the new environment will be created in here. And then under this one, there's a script, okay? The script directory. And here there's a mamba.exe. Under here. So this one is right. I don't know why the Mamba doesn't work, but if I run it from here, it works just fine. So again, don't follow me if it works for you in the previous step. If it doesn't, then you can follow me like this. So now I'm open this one, and first I'm going to Conda activate the test environment, and then I run the Mamba from here. So it'll be the period and then / Mamba, and then like this. Yeah, it's weird, but it works. Okay, so at least I was able to, you see. So you should be to see a similar thing like when you just use Mamba. It's not my computer problem. It's the problem of this program. It breaks the recent release breaks some of those. And hopefully, your installation is done. Then the packages should already been there. Then it's you can start using it. I will show you later, but for now, just quickly show you what it's doing. And you might see a lot of this in here, right? PKGS, man, Win64. So these are all the channels. So earlier we are basically coming from the Conda-forge, but the Anaconda also has some package channels they can install. So you can think about like different repositories. It's going to find all the packages and then figure out which one is suitable for your operating system, for your Python package version. And some packages require a specific Python version. Some packages can work for all the package version, and some might require specific requirements. So it's kind of complicated. So the idea of using Conda and Mamba here is to figure out what's required. Do you miss something? Is it something need to be installed? Can you install? If not, it's going to throw error saying that something wrong. I cannot install it for you. Again, downside, it might be a little bit slow, but hopefully it's not taking you like 10-20 minutes. Usually it should be like within 2 to 3 minutes, and then you should be done. Yeah, my computer is big slow, but yeah, let's be patient. So this is the first recommended way. You want to be consistent. You want all the packages to come from Conda-forge. And the next one to show you is using the PyPI. And so let's wait for this one to finish. Again, if you come to this one here, I can search again, leaf map. Okay, and I can find the first one. So this is the command that you use to install packages using pip. and it's pip install leaf map. So you see here there's no like -c Conda-forge because it's not Conda. So everything comes from the same. So pip is a built-in program, comes with Python. So this is how Python install packages. So this package repository is also maintained by the Python, I think called Python Foundation or organization, something like that. So this is official one. Again, it's no quality control. So sometimes it's not safe. Well, this is way too slow than I expected. Okay, let me open a new terminal. I show you the second way. Next one, the first one. Were you able to successfully install it, man? Okay. Yeah, should not be this long. It's abnormal. So for this one, you'll be like this. Okay, again, I'm gonna conda activate. If you're already in your environment, you can keep that activated. So one thing to pay attention is when you ever install anything, make sure you activate the environment that you want to install. Don't install things into the base environment. You will very likely you will break it and then you'll be broken. So don't do things in the base environment. Okay, yeah, finally. So you see here, right? All the packages coming from here. You can also see the file size and the version, something like that. And how many? 174 packages. It's pretty big. So totally 284. It's not super big, but it's decent. So that's why, right? Think about here. You have a class of 174 people, and I'm trying to buy dinner for you. Buy dinner for you guys. I'm trying to ask you: are you a vegetarian? Do you have any dietary restrictions? And it's going to be take a while, right? This is trying to solve it for you. So make sure everyone I can order something that everyone can eat, and one dish everyone can eat. You need to basically because each one has a preference of something. So, but like I said, if you're using pip, everything will be just like yeah, whatever. I just throw things in there. It works or not, I have no idea. You don't know until you're trying to use it. When you're doing the installation, everything works fine. Doesn't mean that you can use it. But in general, Conda-forge, if you can install it, you should be able to use it. There might be some error, but it's less likely, unlike like pip, you are going to have all kind of error. And also, just to keep in mind, not all packages work across platform. Some packages work on Windows, might not work on Mac. Work on Mac or Linux might not work on Windows. There's something like sometimes are very special. So different operating systems have different requirement. But for this class, you want to create because you're not doing something very complicated. You can make a package that work across platforms, so everyone can use it. So this use it better. Otherwise, you have to deal with like okay, when you're installing on Windows, you install some additional dependencies. On the other one, you install other stuff. It's a bit complicated to manage. Anyway, so now let's get to the second one, right? So what you can do, just pip. If you know the package name, you don't have always to have to search on the PyPI. You can always pip install, and then the name of the package, something like that. Wow, this is interesting. So, see, let me see. Oh, it's very slow. So anyway, you can install multiple packages, right? So I can say leaf map and then space z map, and if you need a specific version, like I said, equal, and then you can figure out, for example, here, right? I can search gmap. If you just want the latest version, you can specify here, right? So this is the version number. Okay, so I can just in here. You don't have to if it's the latest one, but I can install all the version. Like I can say 0.30.4. Okay, so in the naming convention in Python package, you can use this measure dot minor dot page. Okay, so this is like measure version is 0, minus 30, and then 4 is the page. So later on, when you are developing the packages, we're going to use the convention something like this. So you'll be 3 digits separated by period. Is it done? Okay, it's way too slow. So next time I will try to install everything so that you don't have to wait for me. And like I said, you can type this, then just hit enter. See what happens. See if it asks you to confirm or not. Just type pip install leaf map or some other packages, whatever you like, and then hit enter and see what it does. I need to wait until this one is finished. Yeah, it's still working on. Does it install? Or it's going to tell you it's already been installed? It's already installed? It's not already? Let me wait for this one to finish, and then I can show you on the fly. So pip install usually it doesn't ask you for confirmation. It will install directly. So there's no checking. Different from Conda-forge, it will tell you, okay, these are all the packages I'm going to install. Yes or no, and hit enter. Pip will just like, so you need to be very careful. Sometimes if you type too quickly, if you have a name type or anything, you will install. It's too late. You can uninstall, but sometimes you will already break your environment. So, but like I said, pip has a lot more availability. So not all packages, like compared to 24,000 compared to 500,000, it's like 20 times. So some of the packages, like a lot of garbage on there, you can install some garbage to test it out. And let's see here. So this is the second way. Let me wait a little bit, okay? After this, I'm finished. So the third way I'm going to show you is actually installing from GitHub. And so let me go show you here. Let's type leaf map again, and then come here. So there's a home page, for example. If you click the home page, it's going to take you to GitHub, or you can just Google it. You should be able to find it, right? So this is where all the source code being hosted. If there's a package people already hosting here, it's not on PyPI or Conda-forge, you can also install directly. I'm going to show you here. This is annoying. So, and let me open a new one. Okay, I'm going to Conda. Oh, we have too many windows. Okay, Conda activate test. And so if you want to install a package from GitHub, this is how you do that. Okay, so you'll be pip install git path. Okay, and then you can get the git URL. We're going to talk about git and GitHub next lecture, but for now, just showing you like where you can install this. So if you go to any GitHub repository and you know it's a Python package, you can either find the setup.py or like pyproject.toml file. Then it's a Python package. So what you can do here is go to this green button. If you click this green button, it's going to show you here HTTPS, and this is the URL. So upper right, on the right here, copy this one, copy URL to clipboard. So what this one we're trying to do is basically to clone the GitHub repository to your computer and then install it. So I'm copy this one, and then I'm gonna come back to here. Again, remember this one, pip install git plus, okay? And then you can right click, you see? If you right click on your terminal, it's going to paste this URL, or you can use Control V to paste that. And then you hit enter and see what happens. Is this one done? Do not yet. Okay. I'll show you later. For now, like I'm put this in advance. So this is the third way to install package directly from GitHub. Okay. And the last way is to install package locally. So if you download something from the internet and you have a source code, you know it's a package, you can do that. So I'm gonna again use this leaf map as an example. So what you can do is go to the code, click the green button again, and there's a download zip. Okay. And if you click the download zip, it should download this one to your computer. Okay, I'm gonna save to my downloads directory. Okay, it's done. And what you can do is to unzip the directory. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my downloads directory here, and then this one here, you can just right click to unzip it. Where is it? Extract all, whatever. Okay. Yes, it's way too slow. It's not really so slow. Maybe it's because the recording and also the the unzip should be like 1 second. Is it? Yeah, hopefully this one is done and then I can show you like, yeah, this is the four-way and I'm going to show you like how you can see. After you unzip, then you get into the folder and then you can also use pip to install the package. Yeah, this is terribly long. Unimaginable. And let me show you, okay? After this one is done, then you can do it like this. So I'm going to show you. So you get into the project folder here. After you unzip, get into the root directory where you see the source code setup.py and right click, open the terminal or use Anaconda prompt. But you need to navigate to the directory. Or you can do it like this. I'm basically here. Get this URL, the file path, and then you can copy. Then you go to your terminal where you have your Conda environment activate, and then you get into the directory. So let me show you how it works. So you'll be yeah, it's too slow. Sorry. Okay, Conda activate test, and if you start from the directory, right, you will just type cd and then Control V. Right, cd means change directory, so change to that directory, and then hit enter. Now you see it, right? You'll be under here, my name, whatever directory. So this is where you actually have the files set up to py, and then you just type dir. You can see all the files within there. So what we are looking at is this one, and then you can do it like this: pip install base period. So this is the way that you install packages from a local computer from a directory. Period means current directory. So I'm installing the package from the current directory. And if you hit enter, it should install it, right? So later on, when you are developing the packages, you need to test your package in an environment. You need to install this one, using this one, because you are developing locally. You are testing in real time. And so pip install period means you install the package under your current directory into your Conda environment. Okay. And also the other option would be -e and then dot. Okay. So this is actually the one that you're going to use. -e means is like a linking to that directory. So all the source code is still in your directory. If you make changes, it will be reflected in your Conda environment. If you use pip install period, it's copying the source code and then put into the Conda environment. If you make changes to your source code, it will not be reflected. It will still be the old one. So pip install -e period is the one you want to use. Don't worry too much. I will show you again when we are pasting the code. But for now, this is the command that you do need to remember because you're going to use it for doing the testing. My goodness, okay, it's done. So this is the first one I show you. I already show you the 3 other ways, but now I'm going to show you like after I finish the first one, if you type conda list, right? I'm going to show you like the differences. How can you tell if the package is installed using which way, right? So right now, I mean, probably if you already follow my other steps, you won't see this one, but I'm just going to see here, right? So earlier we installed leaf map. So if I scroll up, if you find leaf map here, do you see that? 030.1, Conda-forge, and then this is basically like you can forget about this column. It's coming from the Conda-forge channel, right? And the second way I show you install using pip. So now if I remove this one, hopefully it'll be faster, right? If I hit enter, like I mentioned, there's no quality control. It doesn't make sure, it doesn't know who is going to work with whom. It may or may not, it might give you a warning, but you will install anyway. You see, it's done. So now I can do the same thing. I can also use conda list, or I can also you can write conda list again. And this time you'll notice that on the right, it's probably not Conda-forge anymore. It's something else. So if I scroll up here, and if you find leaf map, where is it? Leaf map. Oh, it's still Conda-forge. Okay. So that means it's not installing from, if this already exists, it doesn't install that one. But let me show you, maybe, let me try again. Okay. So pip install, and then there's also the other option called hyphen uppercase U. Uppercase U means upgrade. So I'm gonna upgrade to the latest version. Sometimes if you install something, and then after a couple months it's getting outdated, you can use this version to upgrade to the latest one. And because I just installed it earlier, so it's still the same one. So it doesn't do anything. Okay, so let me try again. I can also do pip list. Conda list or pip list, either one is fine. Conda list give you more information. Pip list just show you the version number. Okay, so this is the second way, and the third way they're using Git. And if I hit enter, it's going to clone the Git repository from GitHub, and then it's going to install it. So it's going to putting something into the temporary directory, and then it's going to install. You see, hopefully it works, and then you can check like the package, where does it come from, and maybe not this one. So let me type conda list again. I'm not sure if you can tell the differences or not. Okay, so let me move up here, leaf map. Yeah, it's still Conda-forge. Anyway, it doesn't tell you, but the last one, this one is going to be changed. Okay, so if I type pip install hyphen e and then the period, so right now it's actually install the package from that directory and then pointing to that directory. So it should, hopefully it should show you the file path. And this is what we're going to use later in this course. When you're doing the testing, you will be using the last way to install, because when you're doing the development, your package is not available on the internet yet. So you cannot really use conda or use pip to install up until you release the package. So this is more like for doing local testing. It may not show up. Let me see here, leaf map. Okay, yeah, it does this time. You see here, notice this one. It's not Conda-forge anymore. It says square brackets and then develop. That means you're doing the development. It's not from Conda-forge. So this is using the conda list. The other one will be using the pip list. The pip list might show you the file path. Where is your package coming from? Okay, so see this, right? Leaf map, and then 0.30.1, and it's showing you your package is coming from this directory. So in this way, you can make changes, and then you can do the testing. You can keep changes. You don't have to like keep releasing. Okay, so this is basically what I do for when I'm doing the development. And the same thing is you're going to do for all your development. Anyway, we're out of time. So hopefully after today, now you know where to source the packages, how do I install it, and 4 different ways, right? Pip, Conda-forge recommended. Second one is pip, and then third is GitHub. And last one is download and do it locally. Okay, so you need to be familiar. Try to find us another package that you want to use, and try different ways and see how it works. Okay, I will see you next week. Next lecture. Sign up for a GitHub account. We talk about Git and GitHub in the next lecture. Okay, see you next time.